When we moved up here to St. Cloud, I didn't know anybody. It was just me and the kids. And the first place I could think of where I can get my kids involved with other kids in a positive, safe environment, we got in contact with the Boys and Girls Club. They worked with me, they helped bridge some of those gaps that we had.
So as a parent, we were both working full-time. The club and the programs that it provided were the solution that we knew that she was in a safe environment, able to do her homework, able to participate in activities with peers, and then really just in the evenings gave us the opportunity to spend quality time with her and not just quantity time.
I think the power of the club is that we're here and we're going to continue to be here. So as kids are going through and processing through the things that they've seen in their lives and the things that are happening in our communities, they have a safe place to do it.
It's about youth. If we can help those children when they're young, there's a chance. And that's what drives us to continue. And you see so many success stories coming out of the Boys and Girls Club.
Every kid, every child, and every youth, no matter where they're at or who they come from or what community they're a part of, they just deserve one shot. And so day in and day out, the clubs give kids that one shot.
They need to know that someone cares about them in order to be successful. And the Boys and Girls Club is there every day after school and in the summer. We are a relationship-based organization. We have staff who truly care about the kids.
And we are successful because kids do make a difference here. We make a difference to them, but they also make a difference to us as adults. And that's what makes me the happiest every day walking out of these doors.
The Boys and Girls Club has a very humble beginning in St. Cloud, Minnesota. We started in 1974, and it was actually a group of South Junior High teachers who recognized that there were a ton of middle school students who needed a place to go after school, a place that was positive to spend their time. And so they started work with the St. Cloud JCs, and they found an old dairy building on the east side of St. Cloud that they converted into a Boys and Girls Club.
Our mission has really stayed the same the entire time, to empower all youth to reach their great future. So youth, regardless of when and where, need mentoring. They need additional development. They need structured program outside of school. So 50 years ago, when the Boys and Girls Club of Central Minnesota started, it was really to provide those opportunities for area youth.
In the 25 years I've worked here, we've seen a lot of growth, a lot of additions in our buildings, a lot of services.
The Boys and Girls Club of Central Minnesota today has 18 different locations. We have 5 clubs, 4 standalone brick and mortar clubs, and 1 club within a school. We are serving between 1,400 and 1,500 youth every single day out of school. We're serving close to 6,000 youth a year.
So when I started 35 years ago, we had the Kids Stop program going, and it had been maybe in its 3rd year of operation when I started. We were in Sauk Rapids, Sartell, and St. Cloud sites at that time.
There were so many kids all throughout our community that needed a safe place to go after school. They were considered latchkey kids at the time, and that was just not a safe thing for kids to be going home to an empty house for hours after school. So we started what we call the Kids Stop program, and it was an opportunity for us to expand our services by being located in the schools after school. Today we operate the Kids Stop program at 11 different schools in those 3 school districts. We're serving kids from kindergarten all the way through 5th grade, and at Sartell we actually have a preschool wraparound program. And then in our Sauk Rapids school district we have an outreach program for middle schoolers.
When I started in 1999, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Central Minnesota started really working with and involving Boys and Girls Clubs of America's curriculum-based programming. One of them at that time was called, and still is actually, is called Project Learn, which is our academic success program. So I think the movement really started to get the fact that if we weren't helping kids with their homework, if we weren't doing tutoring, helping kids with their reading, they were not going to be as successful in school. That was also when we introduced our meal program, and one sort of plays into the other. What we were finding is that our clubs are open until, at that time, they were open until 9 o'clock at night. But kids were coming after school. They were not leaving to go home and have dinner necessarily and come back to the club. They were staying at the club. Kids had no attention. They couldn't focus on anything because they were hungry. So our meal program started really in a really meager way. We started with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at this Roosevelt Club. And then we started using some USDA food programs so that we would get reimbursements from the federal government to buy the food that we needed. And then it really took off.
Every day we are serving between 1,400 and 1,500 youth a snack and dinner. For many of the youth, it may be their only hot meal that they receive that day. In the summer, they receive 2 hot meals. So we know that the youth are receiving healthy, nutritious meals.
So Boys and Girls Club provides life and workforce readiness programs for youth from kindergarten all the way through graduation of high school. And we call that program Career Start. That was started locally back in 2019. And the whole purpose of that is to make sure that we can provide exploration of different careers, especially for our younger kids. And then as they get older into middle school and high school, that they can develop skills that are going to take them into their careers in the future.
Recruiting and retaining teens is a really big, exciting opportunity within the Boys and Girls Club. One of the elements that we've done is we recently redid our Southside Club, and we brought in a Best Buy Teen Technology Center where our teens have the opportunity to work with everything from robots to 3D printers. There's a professional recording studio where the teens are developing podcasts and video newscasts within their club, and it's a great opportunity for them to explore a lot of different career opportunities that exist for them.
One of the really great tools that we have for Career Start is something that we call Transfer VR. So we're offering virtual reality programming with about 20 headsets where kids can have hands-on experiences with all sorts of different careers in over 60 different modules.
We are the future for so many youth. We are what kids look forward to come and be a part of. We have the opportunity to change kids from the way they walk in the door to when they leave our club. We really work hard on getting kids to be a well-rounded part of the community, and then they teach them the importance of giving back to the community.
I think the Boys and Girls Club is essential for building character, honesty, integrity, compassion, all of that. And just by being a part of that, you learn so much. You learn how to interact, communicate with people. You can build on those skills and use them later on in life.
And we couldn't do that without the support of the community. It takes a lot of dollars to keep lights on, Meals and Bellies, just programming to help with kids.
The club is in a unique place because we are there and we are open every single day, and we become a part of the village. We're not doing it on our own. We never could. That's not what we want to do. We want to be a part of their world and their community with their schools, their families, the people around them that care about them. We're another part of it.
So I do believe that the Boys and Girls Club is very essential to this area, in any area to be honest, and not just for single parents. When we needed information about the area, they've always had it.
But if we really want this community to be strong and be one that our kids and our grandkids are proud to call home, it starts today, and it starts by investing in the youth and being there for them.
I think it's vital to support the Boys and Girls Club of Central Minnesota just because of what it provides. If we don't, we will not like what we see in society in 5-10 years. means there will be more of the challenges than we even have today. And so if we can head that off early, it helps all of us. It helps all of society and all of our community to be a better community.
And to know that the Boys and Girls Club of Central Minnesota has impacted literally hundreds of thousands of youth around the country because of the programs and the success and the opportunities they had here in Central Minnesota. It's just a feeling like you can't get anyplace else. It's amazing.